Hey boys, welcome back to some more Cricket 19 career mode, and we're going to be taking on South Australia, the Redbacks, in this Sheffield Shield encounter. I was actually thinking about that. We haven't sort of had any mention of the 50 over comp as of yet, so it'll be interesting to see when we actually get selected for that. I did, like I said before, I did put the recruiting back up to normal difficulty when we made the Sheffield Shield side, but you know, I feel like our performances with the bat in particular and the ball as well actually lately probably would suggest we deserve a little call up to the 50 over stuff, but maybe it hasn't actually started yet in the career. So when the season rolls around, we might get a look in, but we're gonna be what are we doing here? Having a bat, so that's good to see. Last couple episodes, the last match was our first real disappointment with the bat. We got like under 30 both times. Bit of a tougher pitch, good bowling, and yeah, probably not the best shots to get out to. Trying to straight drive, some good length deliveries on a tougher pitch. So as you see, our averages snuck. I think it was a bit below 50 last match anyway, but it has snuck to 46, which is still solid for sure. Still very good for a batting all rounder. We'd love to get that back above 50, and we've been pulling out 50s left, right, and center. We'd love to turn one of those into a big one, but we just have to be. It's not even so much about being more patient. I feel like we just get a good ball, and like whatever score it is, and get you out. Which I like that. I like it that it's not so easy to convert those starts into massive scores, because we shouldn't really be getting hundreds every time, and if we were, I'd probably have to put the difficulty up to the hardest level. At the moment it's on hard, but if we start scoring too many runs, we'll put it up to the hardest difficulty. But I feel like at the moment it's gone pretty well, as myself and Labuschagne are out in the crease. It's a bit of a rough start again. It's been a bit like this the last couple of matches. 3 down for not many. It's sort of been the trend, as Nick Winter here, 2 wickets in his opening spell. Bowling up a storm. Doesn't look like it's swinging much, but obviously just bowling some decent deliveries. So have to be on our toes. And we have struggled against the left-handers in the past. I feel like, I don't know the percentage of it, but I'm just sort of anecdotally anecdotal type evidence. I feel like we've got out to left-handers a very high percentage in our career mode so far. Just those balls angling across us. Like we haven't really faced too many in-swinging left-handers. I feel like when we come out to the crease, sort of, this is probably the best time we've come out for it to actually be swinging around a bit. But it's more been that angle across us that's been worrying us, and even when the right-handers decide to go around the wicket, I feel like that's sort of the most dangerous type of delivery for us. So yeah, we do have to sort of work on that. As second ball in a row there, Joe Many, terrible stuff. That's over-pitched. I mean, he was it looked like he was going for just in-swingers, as that is, again, that's what I'm talking about, just that angle across us. We were trying to play into the leg side, and it just beat us all ends up. Happy to miss it. Happy to play and miss for sure. Could easily edge that one through to the slips. That's a better shot. You just got to play straighter against this type of bowling. But yeah, we move on to 14 off 18. Labuschagne is 18 off 42. So he's digging in there, doing a good job for the team here. That's a beautiful straight drive. Just getting that one a little bit straight onto the stumps, and easily pushing that down the ground for an easy 3. Could have got 4 if Labuschagne was a little bit quicker in and out, but we'll take the 3. Be happy with that, as Daniel Worrell is going to steam in here. He's got the other wicket, and he's a guy that that is a noted swing bowler, so we might see a little bit of swing. Might see just a touch of outswing. He's a guy, I think he is sort of adept at getting it to go both ways, but his predominant is the away swinger for sure, as that one is guided nicely into the gap. Should get a couple there if we're quick on the skates, and we do sneak back, thankfully. Moving into the 20s now, 21 off 24. It's a good little partnership, and I feel like we have had to do this quite a bit. Like I said at the start, it's been a lot of sort of, trying to come out and counterattack, but also it's been a bit of a precarious situation. Because of the way this game is, the tail enders do collapse very, very easily. As again, it's nicely worked into that offside gap, and good throw from the rope there, right over the bails, but thankfully not a direct hit. But the way the game is, which I've talked about, and I actually like the way this game is the fact that the tail enders get bundled out really quickly for most times, which I think is way better than it used to be in games where the tail enders used to score like massive runs, which was very, very frustrating. So they've done a good job with that, but it does mean my position in the batting lineup is very, very crucial. Being that middle order, we have to sort of form partnerships with the top and middle order, and not really, lose too many wickets, because when you get out with the tail enders, it's chaos. It's wickets every couple of overs, so you got to be wary, and it adds a little bit more strategy to the batting with the tail. I find, like in previous games, I found that as this one is pulled away, it's gonna be dropped again. How many times have we been dropped in our career now? In first class cricket, of all things, I feel like first class cricket we've been dropped more times than in Shield club cricket. I mean, and who was it? Absolute shocking. It was Callum Ferguson. As you can see, a little double take here, because he's on his fielding stat is 5. I talked about this last episode, and I talked about it a couple episodes ago, that I was like, who were the players I was thinking of? And last episode, or the last match, it was Moses Enriques, who was a 5 for fielding stats, and then Callum Ferguson, also a 5, which is really, really strange. I don't understand, because again, both of those guys are like very well-known players. They're not sort of fringe first class. Like they're top-rated players, so it's very weird. And I think that's why we get dropped a fair bit, because it's the guys that have like ridiculously low fielding stats. Yeah, I mean, I can't complain. I've been pretty lucky. It's probably like 3 or 4 times we've been dropped, so that's definitely helped our cause in turning these little starts into 50s. But we just gotta put that behind us. I thought I hit it pretty well, but just sort of skied it, and very simple catch going down as Adam Zampa now the new man to the crease. And honestly, it's funny because the spin bowling is very dangerous to face in this game, like it was in other games. But and even in like last game as well, for some reason I find it's so much easier to face leg spin bowlers than off spin bowlers. I don't know why it is, but off spin bowlers seem to be so much more difficult to face than leg spin, because I feel like in this game, and the last game for that matter, that off spin bowlers, they more often bowl the one that goes the other way, and then they get one to rip back as well, so it's very difficult. But the leg spinners, I feel like they bowl generally more stock deliveries, if that makes sense. And I don't know, it's a weird thing. I just feel like it's way easier to face like an Adam Zampa than, not even like Nathan Lyon, just like any other off spinner. Like, I don't know, who else is there? I'm trying to think. Any other offie, dude, like, it's way easier. Even if like Tom Cooper came on, I'd find him like way more difficult to face than Adam Zampa, even though Zampa would be much higher rated. But yeah, that's sort of a little bit. I don't know if other people find that. Maybe it's just the way I bat, but it's just something I've noticed. But great little partnership actually. We moved on to 45 or 49. It feels like we've only been here for a couple of minutes. Just it's gone quickly, and we've been out here for a while. But me and Labuschagne doing a great job. He's 33 of 71, so he's holding it down whilst still turning it over, which is good. And we've been doing that, running well, getting the singles, getting the twos, but also putting away any bad balls, and that's sort of been our sort of mantra, our motto in this. So I've sort of gone into the batting with the mindset of, not playing anything too aggressive to deliveries that aren't there to hit, as even that beautiful leave. Classical, absolutely classical. It's a good ball. It's a good length ball. It did nip away a little bit, so pretty vindicated in leaving it. So we do have to be a little careful. Many here, that is a beautiful pull shot. I don't think it's going to go to the rope, or it's close. It does get cut down, but that'll be the 2, and that'll be another half century to our name. This is very good batting. 50 off 55, only the 2 boundaries, and that's always very pleasing. You love hitting 4s, you love hitting 6s, but I don't know, when I see the score like 50 off, whatever the amount of balls is, or we've only hit like a couple of 4s, maybe a 6, like I just feel vindicated. I feel good about the way we've been batting. It feels like a nice sound innings. When we're in great touch and, that's a beautiful shot down the ground. I actually thought it was, going to go. It's strange as well. I feel like, I don't know what it is. Sometimes you come out to bat and like that was ideal, but it didn't go at all. So I don't know what it is about sometimes the outfields, or maybe if the pitch is like rock hard, it like really rockets to the rope. It probably has a bit to do with the bowling pace as well. Like these guys aren't exactly, they're not cranking it up to 140, 150, so that could be a factor as well. But there is, I don't know, it feels like there is a little bit of inconsistency in terms of the speed in which the ball flies off the bat at times, but I don't mind that as well. Like it does sort of, every sort of match is sort of a bit different, where like if you're going through the gap, save your legs, it's going to be 4, or other times, you got to run hard, you're going to push for 2, push for 3s, and it sort of just changes up the way you sort of bat in the innings it's going to be. This one's been much more about the hard running and wearing ourselves out, but thankfully the stamina surprisingly isn't bad. Like I haven't put any sort of stats into, like, I don't know, are there even like stamina stats? I don't even know, but our stats are so low. I'm surprised our fatigue is not shot with how low our stats are, but I'm happy about it. There's another good shot down the ground. Ideal, but it goes absolutely nowhere. I thought the pitch conditions. I thought maybe it was medium and dry or something like that. It looks like a very dry pitch. Maybe it wasn't hard. It definitely isn't getting through. That's for sure. And it's another thing I like. I've talked about it before, but the pitches do play. They play very different. This pitch, a good length delivery, we are definitely playing it on the front foot as we almost scoop it straight to the man. But yeah, other pitches, good length deliveries, like you can probably play them on the back foot. That is a booming pull shot. It's going to be 92 meters. There was a couple of men back there, but I felt in good touch, felt in good form, and just absolutely unloaded on that one. That was a classic shot. Beautiful. But yeah, I love that the pitches actually feel different, and that, you have to, again, like cater the way you bat against different types of bowling, different types of pitches. Is a bit of sluggish feeling. I don't know what was going on there, but move on to 66 off 74. Again, we're in with a fantastic chance to turn this into our maiden century. Can we do it in this innings? We'd love to. That's going to be another 2 pushed into the gap. It feels pretty easy out here. We've moved on to, would that'd be the 100 partnership surely? 3 for 129. Labuschagne and myself doing an outstanding job. This one, oh jeez, I thought we picked the man out. Thankfully, it dropped short, and then he was very poor on the fielding there. Just sort of let us get an easy double. So that was very poor from the fielder. So 74, almost our highest. I think our highest score is 79. So we're getting close. As that is very, very wide. Should be a wide signal as Winter comes back into the fray, the left-hander, which I've talked about our troubles with lefties in the past. And oh no, oh no, he's got one to dart in. Not dart in, he just full and straight. It was just full and straight. I was just late on it. Oh no. Oh, can you believe it? We get out for 74. We were looking so comfortable. No risk in our batting. It was just nice sound batting out there. It was good stuff. And then we just get a full straight one. My eyes sort of lit up. I was like, we're just going to work this one for an easy double or possibly a 4. But just plumb right in front. Oh no. It just cannot be. We just can't get the 100, dude. We've failed so many times that, you know what, we're coming to the bowl and we've been in good bowling touch. Our last innings we got a 4-fer. Our average is it went from 120 something to now 28, which is fantastic. And we got South Australia. Actually, no, it's close. It's close. We didn't really go on to make that many runs, which is a bit frustrating, but it's gonna set the second innings up for a good finish. That's for sure. As we do get a good chance here to clean up. And there we go. There's our wicket. But it's another ridiculous. Like, it was going straight to the slips, man. But there we go. We got the last wicket. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this episode. We'll come back for the second part and the finale of this match. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment. And I'll see you in the next one.